detail-oriented, he's organized, he has operational excellence.
You are going to want to find something to do for the rest of your life that you truly love and that you're truly passionate about. You don't want to be stuck doing something that you hate and something that you can't stand doing every single day for the rest of your life. You want to find a job that you love doing, no matter what the circumstance. Now, unfortunately, there's always going to be things in that job that you don't like to do. There'll always be something here, something there, a little small thing that you just don't enjoy doing with your job, and that's okay. That's expected.
The working backwards process is not designed to be easy. It's designed to save huge amounts of work on the back end.
Because it's been said that if you enjoy doing half the things at your work, you're doing a lot better than most people. Because a lot of people go to jobs they just can't stand. So if you enjoy doing half the work that you do throughout your day, that's a great thing. And what you should try to do from there on is try to minimize the things that you don't like. Try to get other people to help you out with them that do enjoy it, or get the people to do it for you that you don't enjoy. You want to make sure that what you're doing is you're enjoying it no matter what. And when you stop enjoying it all in all,
followed by excruciating, painful decline,
you move on to whatever you do enjoy. It's okay to transition and move from spot to spot or move up and down a ladder. It's okay, just as long as you are doing something that you enjoy to do and you're not stuck doing this monotonous day-to-day work that you can't stand and you hate and you're just doing it to make a paycheck. When you're stuck in there, that's when you want to look to find something that you love to do, because then you'll be significantly happier in your day-to-day life and you'll be able to become more successful.
One of the things that's very exciting about the poles of the moon as a place to go. I often tell people that I work with, there are a lot of things that are a waste of time. You know, when you think about your life, I think if you can get, because people have very high standards for how they want their work life to be. And I said, look, if you can get your work life to be where you enjoy half of it, that is amazing. Because very few people ever achieve that. Because the truth is, everything comes with overhead. That's reality. Everything comes with pieces that you don't like. You could be a Supreme Court justice and there's still going to be pieces of your job you don't like. You can be a university professor and still going to be, you have to go to committee meetings and you have to do things. You know, every job comes with pieces you don't like. And we need to say, that's just how, that's part of it. And not resent those pieces, or try not to, but also try to minimize them. I tell senior executives, you should have the least stress. You know, there's this weird, I think, false idea. I was never going to be a great physicist. And so I started studying computer science. And computer science I really fell in love with, and it became a real passion of mine. And that's how I ended up doing Amazon. But, and that we make deliberate decisions about. But other than those things, we try to sell everything that anyone might want to buy. And we're trying to make it as convenient as possible for people. You know, in the early 21st century, we're all busy. Everybody in this room is busy. And if you can save people time, let them spend more time with their families and with their friends and doing the things that they really enjoy, then you're doing them a real service.
You know, it's great to have the scale of Amazon. We have financial resources, we have lots of brilliant people, we can accomplish great things, we have global scope, we have operations all over the world. But the downside of that is that you can lose your nimbleness, you can lose your entrepreneurial spirit, you can lose that kind of heart that small companies often have. And so if you could have the best of both worlds, if you can have that entrepreneurial spirit and heart, while at the same time having all the advantages that come with scale and scope, think of the things that you could do. And so the question is, how do you achieve that? The scale is good because it makes you robust. You know, a big boxer can take a punch to the head. The question is, you also want to dodge those punches. So you'd like to be nimble. You want to be big and nimble. And I find there are a lot of things that are protective of the day one mentality. I already spent some time on one of them, which is customer obsession. I think that's the most important thing. If you can, and it gets harder as you get bigger. When you're a little tiny company, say you're a 10-person startup company, every single person in the company is focused on the customer. When you get to be a bigger company, you've got middle managers and you've got all these layers, And those people aren't on the front lines. They're not interacting with customers every day. They're insulated from customers.
So I teach 3 leadership classes a year at Amazon. I'm a part of it. They're bigger classes, but I come in and teach a session. And I always talk about work-life balance, except I like to use the phrase work-life harmony rather than balance, because to me, balance implies a strict trade, whereas I find that when I am happy at work, I come home more energized, I'm a better husband, a better dad, and when I'm happy at home, I come in and better boss and better colleague. And so that, it's not, you could be out of work and have terrible work-life balance. You know, even though you've got all the time in the world, you could just feel like miserable and you would be draining energy. And so you have to find that harmony. It's a much better word. And I think for most people, it's about meaning. People want to know that they're doing something interesting and useful. And for us, you know, because of the challenges that we have chosen for ourselves, we get to work in the future. And it's super fun to work in the future.